You know, a couple of days ago in Soho, Manhattan, at breakfast, I was sitting with Simon Moss, the founder of Image Brief, and some of you may know him because he spoke for QUT last year. And he said to me, "Kim Serafini, you are a human exclamation point." And I thought, wow, I can't believe, what an honour. And I am truly grateful for that kind of comment. So let me rewind a little. About 15 or so years ago, I found myself sitting in London. I was a change management consultant. I'd been a very fortunate young woman, left Brisbane, arrived in London, right place, right time, right attitude, right mentors, right opportunities. And there's a theme for this evening. I said yes, 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 yes to every opportunity that came my way. And yet, even though I'd had a career trajectory like this, I was a little unfulfilled. I was a little lonely. And there was something inside of me that was craving to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted my work and my life to matter. I'm really proud to say that if we just shorten the last 15 years, I'm now in a position whereby millions of people are being positively impacted by a technology or a tool that I created. But it's because I've had lots of support along the way. And I set out with this intention to innovate myself. And really that's where innovation begins. It begins with us. It's an inside-out job. And here I was a change management consultant, but I had to actually do my own change management on myself. And so here's a little thing that you may have heard before, and if you haven't done it yet, I would encourage you to do so. I wrote my own obituary. And I thought about what is it that I would really like people to say about me. And then I had to really kind of go deep and ponder about what does that mean? Who do I need to be? And I started to read lots of biographies and self-improvement, personal development books. And I figured out that our thoughts about ourselves are what drive our behaviour, and our actions then deliver our results. And what I realised was that it actually is all about our identity. It's our core beliefs about ourselves. And so in organisations, if you want to be more innovative, you have to have an I am for every person in that organisation that is I am innovative. And I'll explain how this works. So imagine this. Simon says to me something about being a human exclamation point, and I think, wow, I think my change management job worked. I think I actually innovated myself. What happens when we're given a label, or where we actually absorb a label because we consciously choose it, is our mind races off and cascades with thoughts. We go out there searching for ideas and memories. We stack evidence to support our own beliefs because we have this insatiable appetite as humans to be right. We all want to be right about everything, most of the time. Me in particular. So what happens then is that we build these structural support systems for our beliefs. And I'm fascinated about how we change our core beliefs. And that led me to create what is now called MindPT. Mind Power Technology, the company, Mind Power Training, or Mind Personal Training, or Mind Professional Training. And what it essentially is an app. Everybody here in the room, everybody in the world can download it. You get a couple of the first products for free. You just go into MindPT, go down, click settings, go into register. You put your email address in, you create a password, and then you have this thing in your hand. It's a tool. It's like having a coach in your pocket. But you watch thousands of images that are very carefully curated and positive statements that have very particular words on it that will inspire your mind to actually do this stacking job for you. Essentially, it facilitates the creation of a new identity. And what I've managed to do is actually work with some pretty extraordinary people over the last couple of years. One of those is, of course, Christine Carlson, who's with us tonight. And you will know that she's super famous for the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff brand. And so what I have essentially been able to do is figure out, well, if I wanted to be the kind of person who didn't sweat the small stuff, and I'm a stress bunny at the best of times, I needed to do a lot of work on reprogramming myself. And so we would take content from these thought leaders and we would put it into these sessions, and they're like flashcards, but not really. You'll have to experience it to understand. But here's what happens. We're harnessing the positive power and the potential of your mind. And we're helping you to become more creative and innovative, more productive and more efficient, because there's these marvelous things that are happening. We know that priming for success is about us being more grateful and happier. And so one of the little lessons of the journey that I'd like to share with you is that I think it's really important that we all step out and we ask for what we want, and then we show up and we smile, hopefully, in the process. So a couple of months ago,